So for today, we're going to be discussing how to introduce a new cat to your house. Okay, and for this episode, I'll be discussing three particular kind of introductions which are pretty important when introducing a new cat to your house. So this is SirNicolay, and for today, we're going to learn something new. There are actually many different kind of cat adopters. So there are people who would adopt cats for the first time, and some people will probably adopt more than just one cat. And so this video will be catering to both kind of adopters. So the first thing that I'm going to discuss is maybe how to what exactly to prepare, especially if you're adopting a cat for the first time. So, if you guys have been watching my YouTube videos on this channel, you probably have seen already a few videos that that I made about how to prepare your home for your cat. So the basic idea is that in that video I talked about catifying and cat proofing your house. Next is that as a first cat owner, you also have to buy all the necessities. So, like for example, you might want to buy already the food. I already made a video about different kind of cat food that I recommend, so you can check out that video. And then you can also buy some cat stuff. So, like for example, you can buy already the litter box, and then the toys, litter sand, and then finally a scratching post. So for this video, by the way, I'm playing by this side, okay, of my screen. These are actually videos of me when I adopted my cats for the first time. So you will see slowly introduction of my regular cats in the cattery and how they look like when they were when they were young. And so this is more like a memory lane for me, seeing these videos again and really just seeing them how they were small before and right now they're all grown up. Okay, so back to the topic. So I'm going now to be discussing three kinds of introductions to of your cat as your cat moves to your home. Okay, so the first introduction is going to be how to introduce your home to the cat. Second is I'm going to be discussing how to introduce your cats to your current pets. And finally, how to introduce your cat to new people. Okay, so let's start first. By looking at how to introduce your cat to your own house. Okay, so the basic principle about introducing your new cat to your house is the idea that you have to apply what I thought about catifying your house. And one of my key points there is that you have to have a safe space for your cat. So what does that mean? What does having a safe space mean for a cat? That simply means that your cat has a place where your cat would be safe. Okay? So it could be a corner of a room, it could be an area where your cats will most likely stay. So this is the area where the litter box will be. This is the area where you have the cat toys, there's a scratching post, etc. Okay? I'm just hoping that's not a cage. Because if your safe space is a cage, so I already made a statement about that. It's okay to have a cage, but don't put your cat there all the time because your cat's personality will be affected by that, and a lot of possible problems would occur if a cat is just in a cage. So please don't do that. But if the cat is in a safe space, so your cat will become more confident, less aggressive, and your cat will be more sociable. So this is why ideally your cat must have a safe space. Okay, so when you as you introduce your cat to your new house, ideally you put your cat in that safe space. Okay, and what will happen is that the moment you put your cat in the room or in the safe space, what will happen is your cat will start sniffing everything. Okay, so that's something very cute about cats. They will just start exploring with their nose. They'll explore everything. And the reason behind that is that cats are very territorial. Okay? So this is, I feel, a very important concept that you have to understand about cats. So cats are definitely, linked from the big cats in the jungle. So think of lions, of tigers, etc. They are very particular with territory. So that's why it's very cool. It reminds me of Lion King and and Mufasa telling young Simba, everything that that the light touches is yours. So it's territory. So cats are like that. Cats are very fond of their territory. And being fond of territory would mean if the territory is not new to them, they actually feel a bit scared. Okay? And the only way for them to be at ease or confident is if they know the territory. That means they have already sniffed, they have already seen, and that area that where they're staying is already familiar with them. And this is the reason why, when it comes to cats arriving in a new environment, you will notice that the cats are generally scared, if not scared, stressed. Okay? And the concept of being scared or stressed of new environment is very important for you to understand. Okay? And that's the reason why your cats will not probably like visiting the vet, because the vet clinic is also a new environment. So this is why you will notice that every time you put your cat like in a new place, like for example, you put your cat in your car or in any new place, literally, your cats are generally not comfortable. Cats love marking their territory. Cats love knowing their territory. So if something is new, it's not very good for them. Okay? So what are the signs that you will see when the cat is stressed because of new environment or new territory? So what you will notice is that first is you will actually notice that they might not eat, and they might not also drink water, and also strange, they might not actually poop or pee in a comfortable way. And sometimes, especially when it comes to some cats, some might actually just hide for like a long time. Okay, and when that happens, it's okay. That cat is most likely trying to calm him or herself down in order to be relaxed to the new territory. So in that case, don't worry too much about it. Okay, don't worry too much about it. You might want to ask, then how long should you wait before the cat becomes comfortable with the new territory? My answer to that is actually depending on the cat. So depending on the kitten that you have brought, okay? I am actually being biased here, but I really believe that it sometimes depends on the breeder. Okay? So how the breeder brought up the cat is very important, because the cat's personality is sometimes a result of how the cat was brought up. Okay, and this is something that I have observed after seeing so many cats, and after I have adopted a few cats. Um, Cats, or actually even dogs, cats or pets or dogs that came from breeders who are generally nice, sociable, who made their pets have a very good kind of upbringing. These are the pets that will be more sociable. These are the pets that will actually adjust very quickly. So I've actually seen, one of my pets that I delivered last month to Makati, and I was so surprised that within like less than 10 minutes, the cat that I brought, so the kitten that I brought, was already very comfortable, and that is not actually normal. A lot of times, normal cats, will take some time before they would get comfortable. Okay, I have seen cats that took 2 days before they actually started, becoming normal or eating. So one of those cats I got from Russia. So when I brought the cat home, so that cat actually just hid away for like 2 days, and you know, um, The only way to actually make them eat or like poop or pee is to get their attention. My personal practice is I would really just get a toy, a cat toy. So I would get a cat lure or a cat wand. Then I'll jingle something, for them to be interested. And then when they come, that's when I actually would, try to get the pet in order to eat something. Okay. Another technique, if you want your cat to eat because your cat is not eating because it's still stressed because of the new environment, is to feed them tasty treats. So you can actually give them chow churu in order for them to eat something. Some people will even force feed water so that they won't get dehydrated. So they'll use a needleless syringe for that, and that's totally okay also. So the point is that you will probably have to wait until the cat is very calm and no longer stressed with the new environment. Okay, so this is the reason why if you have just adopted a cat and you're wondering about those strange behavior of your cat, it's okay. It's totally not your fault. Cats are wired like that. Cats really behave like that. And the answer to that is because the new territory frightens them. And the only way for them to actually become confident and comfortable with the territory is by them calming down and getting used to the place. Okay? And you will notice once your cat is already used to the safe space, your cat will still start exploring. So if you have a bigger house, your cat will start going to places that he or she hasn't seen yet. And then that's okay. So let your cats explore when that happens. Okay? So that's the first part. How to introduce your cat to the cat space, to your home. Okay? Now, the second discussion is how to introduce your cat to your current pets. So if you have a dog or another cat. Okay. For me, introducing a cat to a dog is easier because I feel that it's understandable how cats and dogs don't like each other at first because of their different species. And the easy way for me to help people who have dogs and they're introducing their cats for the first time is to tell them that please put your dog on a leash first. Okay, so make sure that your dog is tied because the dog can either become two things, either become very aggressive, hostile, or aggressive towards the cat, or this is actually what I've seen more often. Sometimes dogs are really afraid of cats. They're actually more afraid of cats. And so, your cat will definitely try to scratch the dog. That's something that will most likely happen. So your cat will most likely arch its back and then lift its tail and then show her fangs and hiss. And then if the dog comes near, so the cat will meow and hiss very loudly and probably scratch your dog. Okay? If your dog is not aggressive and very gentle dog, most likely your dog will be afraid of the cat for some time. Okay? And if it's the opposite, if your cat is actually, if your dog is very aggressive, a large dog, my worry is that your dog might bite the cat, and that is also another problem. So the safe thing to do would be just keep your dog with a leash or something so that the cat will not attack or they will just not attack each other. Okay, so how will you know if the cat is already okay? Well, if the aggression is getting less and less. So the thing is that cats are actually surveying a new territory with the living things inside it. So that means your cat is trying to get used to you. Your cat is trying to get used to other animals in the environment. And once your cat is already confident about the new environment, the aggression with the dog will probably also disappear. Okay? But what if the current pet that you have is another cat? And how do you introduce the new cat, if you have an existing cat? Now, this is actually very interesting because cats at first hate each other. And that's something that I've noticed with a lot of cats. Because, of course, I've added a lot of cats one by one. And what I noticed is that it just goes on and on and on. The older cats at your house will hate so much your new cat. It's normal. Okay? But some of you might be wondering, But why do I need an extra cat? If I already have a cat, why do I need to add another cat? Well, some cats tend to get lonely, and so it's actually nice to have a second cat. Sometimes I even advise that if you have only one cat, I usually ask, "Are you sure you only just want one cat?" Because in my personal opinion, two cats are actually okay. For me, it's even more suggested than just one cat because one cat can get lonely. But if you have a cat and a dog, that's fine. At least they'll be friends or something. But two cats are actually okay. Three cats okay, but never mind. But the point is that yeah, when you're introducing a new cat, your old cats will hate it at first. So how do you introduce them to each other? My suggestion is again different spaces. So your cats should have separate stuff, separate spaces. So that means separate cat litter box, separate food bowl, water bowl, separate everything. Okay? And then I would suggest that you introduce them day after day. So make them spend a few minutes with each other. And then when they're okay, eventually they'll just bond. Okay? I don't know how long exactly, but it will just happen. And when that happens, then it's fun. So you will actually love your cats, bonding with each other. Okay, so that's the second discussion on on introducing your cat to your current pets. And the last discussion is probably the easiest, and how to introduce your cats to human beings. So I'm talking about kids or even babies or strangers, and how to actually make them sociable to other people. My suggestion is very simple. When it comes to introducing a person to another cat, I would want you to remember that you should not make your guest or your kids actually touch a cat immediately. Immediately and surprising them. Cats hate surprises. Okay? So let me tell you about that. Cats hate being surprised. Cats hate actually anything new. And so therefore, the idea is that let them actually, welcome the stranger to the safe space. So that means if you have a stranger, a kid, who would want to touch the cat or pet the cat, what you can do is that make that person come closer to the cat, but not to the point where the cat is surprised, or caught off guard. So maybe just let the person sit maybe about a foot or 2 feet away from the cat, and then I usually suggest try to put your hand somewhat close to the cat. And what will happen is most likely the cat will try to smell the hand. Okay? And when that happens, the moment that the cat does not show any sign of aggression, meaning your cat did not hiss or did not, did not arch its back or like show any kind of a negative, behavior, then that is the only time when you can probably hold the cat and pet the cat. Okay? So it will be important for you to remember that for all human beings, your guests or other members of your house, you have to make the cat approach you. Do not force yourself. Do not force yourself to just touch the cat immediately, because you might get scratched. Okay, so the injury is going to be, not as good. Okay, so with that, that's really all I have today, and I hope that when you're introducing your cat to your new home, I hope that your cat will be comfortable and will be happy with you. So this is SirNicolay, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next episode.